morning, good afternoon, good evening, good whenever it is you're tuning in. Welcome to Ticket Price, the only show that asks the questions that matter. Are these movies worth your time? And more importantly, are they worth your money? I am your co-host, Jake, and sitting across the way, with me as always, co-host extraordinaire, and the only man who knows all the lyrics to Blitzkrieg Bop, Tevis at Master Control. Tevis, how are you, sir?
Is there only like one lyric?
No.
I don't even know. The only thing I know is Blitzkrieg Bop. That's it.
It's one of those quintessential driving songs. You and your buddies are in the car and shooting you to my hand, Blitzkrieg Bop. Like, no one knows the words to that song except you.
Okay. I'll have to write that in my obituary, apparently.
That's right.
That's a hell of a feat.
Knew all the lyrics to Blitzkrieg Bop. Here lies Tevis. Father, multi-time husband, Blitzkrieg Bop fan.
And that's it. Nothing else.
No. Small-time podcaster.
Oh. All right. What are we doing today?
Actually, I'm currently formulating a plan to get an only man joke on your tombstone.
That would be outstanding.
Okay. If this show achieves any measurable amount of success, you will swear publicly on air that we will have an only man joke on your tombstone, and then we will come up with a joke for you being passed on.
We would put it to a vote by the fans, which one it will be.
Oh, so now I have to come up with multiple jokes about you being dead?
Multiple, and all four of our fans will have to vote on it.
The only man who has the audacity to wake up again.
Jesus.
Here lies the only man. Here lies the only man. ... It's right there. Oh, let's just keep talking about this because I don't want to talk about today's movie. We will be taking a gander, a peek, an old looky-loo at the 2022 superhero flick, Black Adam.
Oh, man, I'm so excited for this.
Woo.
This movie is a masterpiece.
It's something.
It is a masterpiece. I have that written in my notes. It's a masterpiece.
It's a piece of something.
Masterpiece of shit.
And now I'm trying to read these names I wrote down, and I have forgotten how to pronounce them. So.
Dwayne Johnson.
Shut up.
Pierce.
Written
Brosnan.
I hate you. I hate you so much.
And then discount Ryan Reynolds.
Who is discount Ryan Reynolds?
Adam Smasher.
No.
Actually, he was more like discount
Michael
Banner.
Cera.
Michael Cera. I like that one.
All right. Written by Adam Zitskiel.
Sure.
Rory Haynes and Sorab Nashiruani. Directed by Juami Colette Serra. And you know what? I don't give a shit if I got any of those right. None of these people deserve credit. Fuck the lot of them. How about that? I am in a mood today, and now I got to talk about Black Adam, which I still feel weird saying, but it is what it is. Starring Dwayne Johnson and Pierce Brosnan. I got those.
Yay! With my help, thank you very much.
That's true. I had to tag in. There's a reason we're the World Tag Team Champions. Suck it, Midnight Express. All right, ratings. IMDb, a 6.2. And good old Rotten Tomatoes. Down the middle, fair, even, and exactly as they see it, with a 38%.
Dang. That's not our lowest, though, is it?
No, because 28, Rob Zombie's Halloween, is still our lowest.
That's right. Okay.
Overall, and our lowest Rotten Tomatoes. And man, as I think about it, I think Black Adam might be worse.
You think that's too high?
I think. Yes, I could say 38 too high. That's unfair. I don't care. I'm in a mood. All right. With a budget of an estimated $195 million and a worldwide gross of $393.4 million. So like 150%.
Yeah, okay.
We've had worse.
Yeah, we've had worse. Clue.
Who didn't make its money back, right?
It was like a nickel short.
Someone was like, man, I don't care. So, awards. 1 win and 11 nominations.
Please tell me it's nothing noteworthy.
It's not, but actually it's noteworthy in the sense that I didn't know this was still a thing. And so it caught my eye. The award win is for Dwayne Johnson, and the Kids' Choice Award for Best Actor. He got the Nickelodeon blimp.
Really? I didn't know that was still a thing.
I didn't know they still did that.
Okay.
So that made me laugh a whole lot.
Yeah. Good job, kids.
Yeah, he got the blimp award. Thanks, kids. And this is why kids are stupid. All right. Reviews. The New Yorker accumulates the genre and the business's bad habits into a single 2-hour package.
That's fair. That's fair.
How about the New York Times? Dull, listless superhero movie that hits all the touchstones of a genre under the guise of a transgressive new anti-hero story.
I agree with that one as well.
So, what is your history with this movie?
I was excited to see this because I know absolutely nothing about Black Adam. And I was excited to go into a superhero movie that I knew nothing about.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the theater to watch this. I took my daughter. And yeah, we watched it.
So you did in fact pay for this movie.
I did in fact pay for this movie.
You paid ticket price twice for this movie.
But yeah, basically.
Okay.
Basically.
Did you spill your popcorn everywhere?
That would have seriously made me cry at that if that had happened. So that's it. That's my history. I like going into superhero movies where I have no clue about the actual superhero.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of a nerd, so they're kind of few and far between. Like this one and Blue Beetle are the only two that I could think of off the top of my head, and blah. Blue Beetle is shit.
Oh man, should I tell you about the next movie I drew from the hat already?
Oh my god, it's Blue Beetle! Shocking. What's your history with this movie?
I have no history with this. I don't know who the comic book character is because DC sucks. I've never seen this movie before because the DC EU sucks. And if that wasn't enough to turn me away, I saw that the lead actor was The Rock, Sir Dwayne Ford Johnson. And I went, well, Dwayne Johnson sucks. And I'll call it. I've been saying it for years. I will not back down. He is a bad actor. He's not good. He only does one thing these days. And even that one thing is not well done. If someone's like, oh yeah, Dwayne Johnson's acting, I'm out. Even if I was interested, I'm no longer interested. Because now this movie is going to suck. Because I have to sit through the people's lame ass. Come at me, Dwayne Johnson.
I looked up some information about him.
Like why he won't go away?
Well, in his movie contracts, he has it where he's not allowed to get beat in fights. It's him, Vin Diesel, and who's that asshat that fights sharks now? Jason Statham.
Wait, they have the damn it, what's his name? Steven Seagal clause?
Basically.
So they've gone full Steven Seagal.
They have gone full Steven Seagal.
And that's never a good thing.
No, not at all.
Well, that does explain why all the fight scenes in this movie are boring and bereft of any feeling or meaning.
Yeah. And that surprises me.
#bereft.
That super surprises me coming from Dwayne Johnson, him coming from the wrestling world where you have to have that getting beat as a telling mechanism.
Yeah, but the only people that he ever let beat him clean were Austin and Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, you got a point there. But still, he let it.
Yeah,
it
but he
happened.
learned that like weird. I never lose. I never am portrayed weak or lesser. He learned that from wrestling. He fucking learned that from Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, but Hulk Hogan looks weak every time I ever see him in a movie, like Suburban Commando.
How dare you? I was frozen today.
Or, oh my God, I just drew a blank. I totally drew a blank. Shit.
Oh no, you drew a blank on Hulk Hogan movies.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I'm so upset.
Imagine what you'll be able to learn now that you've just let that bit of information out of your brain forever.
I'll just have to go look at my DVD collection.
Gross. But no, I know people love him. I don't know why. I knew back in the 90s people loved him when he was at the height of his wrestling career, and I didn't know why. Because his wrestling looked like crap and his promos were lame.
I think that might be a hot take.
I don't care. That's my job. My job is to have unpopular opinions, and I got a lot of them. So, are you ready to dive into to Black Adam?
Let's do this.
Okay. Hold on. My notes look like garbage. Klondike?
Kondak.
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 Kalahandak.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sure.
So Kondak. Can I point out the first issue I had with this movie? Or not even issue, but the first thing that I feel like hurt this movie. And maybe I'm wrong.
Is that it was made.
Okay, let me point out the second issue. They hired Dwayne Johnson. Let me point out the third issue with this movie. It came out after Black. Do you mind? I am trying to say something, and you just keep cutting me off with these hilarious one-liners. You just keep stepping on my sentences with A+ comedy. Do you mind?
I am so sorry. Go ahead, sir.
But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is a hot take too. And I'm not going into the comics. I don't know anything about Black Adam comics. And I don't know anything about Black Panther comics, right? But what I do know is this movie came out after Black Panther. And these storylines and the areas that they portray are similar enough in like the story they're trying to tell and the history about them and the whatever that you spend the whole time going, discount Wakanda? Right? You can't help but draw these pretty clear, obvious parallels to a movie that's laughably better than this one.
Well, I was curious as to why they called him Black Adam.
Sure.
And the reason why they do it in the comics is he is a villain.
Yeah. He's a Shazam villain.
Yes.
Suck it, Dwayne. You don't get to fight Superman. You're a Shazam villain.
So the wizard that gave Heth Adam his powers.
Goddamn spellcasters. Am I right, D&D guys?
The Gandalf of this world gave Teth Adam this power. Teth Adam turned evil. So he named him Black Adam because the darkness has taken him over.
I'm fine with that.
Yes. But I'm going to jump ahead a little bit here, like to the end of the movie, when Black Adam has destroyed the throne.
Yeah.
And his friends and the boy and his mom are looking at him going, oh, well, what should we call you now? And then it fades to the Black Adam thing. I'm like, wait a minute. That makes no damn sense.
Title card.
It makes no damn sense. He's the hero of Kondak, but they still call him Black Adam.
But why?
Why? I don't know. Made no sense to me.
No. And you know what? Hold on to that thought. Well, you know what? Just write down so you don't forget. Hold on. This made no sense to me. Because I think we're going to say that a lot.
That'll be the title of this episode when I post it.
And you'll know exactly what it is.
Black Adam. This made no sense to me.
My next note here. Because apparently the three gentlemen that I mentioned before in the writing credits, air quote credits, 100% real quotes of they should be used as evidence against them in some kind of trial. Eternium?
Is this goddamn Masters of the Universe?
Fucking Eternium?
Yes. I saw that and I was like, wait a minute. I had to look it up just to make sure I wasn't crazy.
See, and I didn't even go there because I don't know anything about the Masters of the Universe.
I was waiting for fucking Prince Adam to show up.
No, I sat here going, oh, clearly these assholes went to the James Cameron writing school because now we've got unobtainium sitting on my shelf right next to Eternium or whatever bullshit MacGuffin MacGoober thing. This is stupid. It does the exact same thing as vibranium, except vibranium sounds cool and sounds like a mineral and it's believable. You're like, I could believe something is called that, not Eternium. I'm a big moron.
The world of He-Man is called Eternia.
And I'm fine with
and
that.
I'm like, wait a minute. You just took that name and was like, we'll make it into a rock.
In.
Yeah.
They added in. No. Eternium. Eat shit. How about that? Because that's what this movie just shoveled into my mouth for 2 hours. I'll let everyone take a moment to guess my final thoughts on this film. All right. Moving on from Discount Wakanda and Eternium, we learn that, long, long ago, the king of Kahndaq used his army to seize power and to craft the one ring to rule them. Oh, I'm sorry. It wasn't a ring. It was a crown.
It was a crown, the Sapphic crown.
To rule them all. Oh, no, wait. That's not what the weird language inscription on the inside of the crown read. What clear Lord of the Rings ripoff is this? So already... It's not
the same. It's a crown.
So already they have ripped off... This movie's been going 10 minutes, and we have ripped off Black Panther, Lord of the Rings, and James Cameron's Avatar.
Don't forget He-Man Masters of the Universe.
Okay, James Cameron / He-Man Masters of the Universe. Yeah. Does that make you happy? Or
that makes me a lot happy.
Okay. Yes. I'm sorry. I don't know. Did I mention this movie had 3 writers? Or did I say this movie had 3 plagiarists?
I feel like this movie is have you ever tried cooking with a child?
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh, we're going to make soup. Okay, what are you going to put in your soup? We're going to put potatoes in the soup. We're going to put celery in the soup. We're going to put cake in the soup. We're going to go outside and get some rocks and put the rocks in the soup. And it's just, they gather whatever they see in front of them and throw it in this pot. And they're like, hey, I made Black Adam. And that's what I felt like this movie was.
Yeah. Also,
it doesn't stop within the first 10 minutes. It keeps going.
It keeps going. Also, maybe this is just an irk I have, and maybe I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, I expect you to correct me, Tevis. The king of Kahndaq used the army to seize power. Correct me if I'm wrong.
With pleasure.
That statement is nonsense. What power is he seizing? He's the fucking king.
Yeah, and he already has the army.
What power is he seizing? He already has sole control of the army of the nation he is the sole sovereign of. He has the power!
Oh my God! Oh, there it is! Right there!
Fucking He-Man!
Prince Adam is here!
I have the power! But you get like, what did he seize? He already has it!
And this movie doesn't tell you anything.
It tells you a lot. Okay, how can this movie tell me nothing when 90% of it is exposition? We haven't sat through this much exposition since The Shining. This movie is just exposition and bad fight scenes.
There's less exposition in Clue.
And another movie that's 90% exposition told 4 times.
Yeah, and and in that movie they even tell you the entire movie
4 times. This movie is just like, here's a bunch of crap. Okay, and you know what? This child actor is insufferable.
Oh, he's awful.
That little douchebag is the worst.
And it's worse and worse and worse as it goes, and it gets to the end, and it's just laughably bad.
And so now he's skateboarding through.
Yeah, Marty McFlying through the.
Yeah, he's going to Marty McFly through modern day Kahndaq. And this is the best moment in the film.
When
Smashing Pumpkins' Rat in a Cage is playing.
God, 95 is calling. Shit.
Yeah, but at least that's a good song.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I wrote it down because now I honestly can't remember. But so I guess apparently Kahndaq has been taken over by some paramilitary mercenary group that's trying to mine the Eternium or some bullshit, right? And they just have full police state over the people. And he's then this little annoying kid and then starts shouting some stuff about oppression and whatever. And all I wrote was kids don't talk like that, because he definitely drops some words that actual freedom fighter rebels do not use. And someone just went, this sounds so good, I will write it on my notepad. Right? And then I'm going to make this untalented child read it.
I must not have caught that. That might have been the moment I jumped off the arm of my couch head first into the floor just to avoid watching this again.
A concussion would have been a more pleasurable experience.
Yeah, it was. It was really nice. I enjoyed it.
Oh, my next note is the One Ring to rule them all. So we learn that, he made a crown and it's inscribed on the inside and it's unlimited power to just whatever. First of all, A, no one cares. B, it's a ripoff. C, no one cares.
You weren't impressed by the crown of Sapphic? I don't know if that's what it's called.
It's something to that effect. And if I'm being honest,
I think that's
the actual One Ring of Power would have been boring if presented in this manner. Nothing could have come through as interesting or cool in the way this shit is presented in this movie. Think of any cool here is the Holy Grail. It's gonna save Sean Connery's life. Here's the One Ring of Power. Here's Vader's lightsaber, which I still don't totally understand how they get, but we'll touch on that when we do Star Wars at some point in time. Just think of any of the big items of importance, right? Here's the literal sword in the stone and it will make someone king of England, but we're going to present it like this. And you're like, man, I don't give a shit. Leave it there. I don't care. I didn't mean to rhyme there. I keep rhyming now. I've had some sort of stroke and now I talk like some rhyming bloke and I just can't.
Oh God, I'm going to choke.
People are going to think we took a toke. I can't stop rhyming. Look what this movie did to me. So, if all this exposition of ancient Kahndaq, modern Kahndaq, the crown of Kahndaq, something Kahndaq, something Eternium, something he has the power to, oh dear, we need a task force of some kind because Black Adam's a bad guy. So now we're going to go through even more exposition to introduce the team of air quote heroes that are going to air quote stop, air quote Black, air quote Adam.
I may have had a slight stroke because I'm not sure where we're at right now in the story.
So a bunch of nonsense, no one cares. They get the crown.
Oh, that's when
modern day they've uncovered the crown.
They went to the mountain
and
Laura
then people
Croft
are dying. Yeah. Discount Laura Croft. Lara.
Okay.
Laura.
Laura?
It's not Laura. Okay. Discount Lara Croft.
Miss Croft.
Does discount Lara Croft things. I didn't see her shoot a single endangered animal, so she couldn't have been that Tomb Raider-y. Because Tomb Raider...
that would have made it a whole lot more interesting if she would have done a backflip and then shot 2 wolves in the head.
Take this, you endangered... Blah, blah, blah. Is that a T-Rex? Blah, 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 blah. Oh my God, that's an endangered Arctic, codlac bear. Blah, 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 blah.
I don't care. I have to get this crown.
That's right. The crown of nonsense.
Crown of block.
But to save her life, she reads an inscription on the floor.
This is so stupid.
And that awakens Black Adam. And then he kills a bunch of people. That's where we're at.
Okay.
So now a team of heroes shows up to stop Black Adam. And now we get to learn about fucking Hawkman and Dr. Fate and Atom Smasher and stupid Tornado Girl, whose name I don't remember because I don't care.
Dr. Fate was the best thing about this movie.
Yeah, but the only reason he was the best thing about this movie is because it was Pierce Brosnan.
Exactly.
And you could even tell by Pierce Brosnan's standards, he was phoning it in.
Exactly.
He just went, the check cleared.
Atom Smasher, he was discount Deadpool. He tried to be funny, but he wasn't.
Yeah, but even the humor that he did, it wasn't Deadpool humor. It was Paul Rudd humor. He's discount Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Both as a character and as a performance.
And his suit looked
dumb.
Wasn't it supposed to be his uncle's suit?
Like the original.
Be...
Surprise Henry Winkler!
Oh my God! I totally forgot about that.
Yeah. So we learn Atom Smasher is the grandson of the original Atom Smasher. And Atom Smasher calls Atom Smasher on the Atom Smasher phone. And Atom Smasher tells Atom Smasher, don't fuck up my Atom Smasher suit, it's vintage. And we learn that Atom Smasher is Henry Winkler. But not that Atom Smasher, the old Atom Smasher. Something Atom Smasher.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. A little confused, kind of sweaty, a little hungry, but all in all, I'm okay.
Huh? So you have Hawkman, you have discount Doctor Strange, you have
discount
the Dollar General Storm.
And then Temu Ant-Man.
Temu Ant-Man.
And I don't give a shit about any of these people. I don't care. Now, they show up, they're like, we're going to kick Black Adam's ass. It's going to be fine. You know more about the comics than I do. You know more about DC than I do. Who the fuck is Hawkman? And why can he apparently fist fight someone at Superman strength? Is that actually a thing? Is Hawkman some low-key, like, Superman power level person that they just don't, I
didn't think so.
I never thought so either. I thought he was just some douche. I also thought he was a woman in the comics.
There's both. There's a male.
Okay,
and a woman.
there's a man and a woman. Okay, then that's who I'm picturing. But regardless, I did not think Hawkman would be able to take a punch from a Superman power level and just shrug it off.
Yeah.
I kind of thought he would explode.
And as much exposition as this movie loved to do, they didn't explain anything about him.
Who these people are or why I should give a shit.
He could have been like their version of Tony Stark. He's got the armor, but he's just a dude. But so I don't know. I have no idea about this version of Hawkman. I know in the comics he's kind of got some powers and can do some things, and he's a little stronger, but
he's not Superman strong.
I didn't think so.
Yeah, I didn't think so either, but apparently he is. Also, okay, so not only do we see just him full on, just to a standstill, throwing hands with Black Adam, which again, I didn't think was possible. We also see Black Adam rock Atom Smasher in his full giant form. Now, I understand he's a giant, so he's super strong and extra durable and what the hell ever, right? He got rocked full force in the face from essentially a Superman punch. He would still be dead. he would still die. He is not Darkseid. He's not Doomsday. There are very few people who could just take a full power, I'm going to take you out. And we know Black Adam doesn't pull punches because he just goes for the kill immediately. That's his whole spiel. So it's not like, well, he knew he was fighting a good guy, so he held his punch back. No, he didn't, because he doesn't care. Adam Smasher's head should have his giant head should have rocketed off of his giant body, gone up into the atmosphere, came down like a meteor, and just wiped out a city.
That makes perfect sense to me. But I want to know why the hell Hawkman got together a team, with the exception of Dr. Fate, of the weakest characters.
The most D-list rookies.
Jesus. You get fucking Wind Dance Girl, who her power is to twirl in the air and cause a breeze. And
Numbnuts.
and Numbnuts, who
he has the power to screw up.
He can hold him down with a fist for a few seconds.
And Meltman, who has the power to melt. There's a reference I'm not going to explain, and everyone who gets it gets it. So,
but during one of the moments during the fight that confused the shit out of me was, I don't even remember her name, but Wind Girl. She starts blowing these pipes or bamboo reeds or something.
No, they're steel pipes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter one way or the other. They could have been bamboo. They could have been steel. It still did nothing. Did no good against Black Adam. And then it builds this barricade.
Like a prison almost.
And then Dr. Fate. I almost said Dr. Strange. Dr. Fate comes in and throws some diamond hex thing on him that we don't know anything about what it's supposed to do, except it kind of slows him down. And then I think it's Hawkman who decides to throw the truck.
Yeah.
And
I think
Black Adam is like, oh no, I have this red truck coming at me. I better burn it up and destroy it with my lightning. And who gives a shit? Just let it fucking hit you.
You'll tear through it.
It'll knock the shit off Dr. Fate or whatever.
I'm going to throw this tissue at you.
Yeah. No. Electrocute the shit out of it. And there were so many. And that's the problem with Superman powered characters.
But also, again, I don't know anything about Hawkman. If you are listening and you know anything about Hawkman, in the comments, help me out. Can Hawkman throw gas trucks? Is that a thing he's capable of?
Apparently. And he might not have been the one that's thrown it. It might have been
Adam Smasher?
It might have been, but I don't
remember.
Either way, it doesn't matter.
So none of that bullshit works, and the fight takes to the sky, where it's Black Adam flying around, and almost said Hawkeye. Hawkman is chasing him. And this air battle looks terrible. From a CGI, from a cinematography perspective, from a choreographed fight layout, this fight looks like garbage. In every sense of the term, in every way you could measure this fight scene, it looks like crap. The fight itself is blasé. The special effects are bad. It's poorly laid out. It's poorly filmed, so it's borderline confusing and incoherent. And if all of this opening fight scene to stop Black Adam sounds boring and stupid and confusing, don't worry. It's basically the rest of the movie, because it happens so many times.
So there was a moment we passed when Black Adam is awakened.
Yes.
He takes out that army in the tomb and then escapes the tomb.
That was cool.
I enjoyed that. I liked his look with the hood.
Yeah.
And the way he kind of just rose up off the ground and everybody's still shooting at him like, oh shit, this isn't working.
That's all we got.
And then that was it.
And
that was the best part of the whole movie, I thought.
And you know why this still worked? Or what helped? Is aesthetically. You were watching something, right? Do you know how hard it is to screw up lightning powers from a cool aspect? Lightning powers are cool. Lightning powers are always cool. So you just have a guy who's like, fuck you, lightning. That's cool.
I agree.
So that's the only thing that makes Black Adam any cool. It's like, oh, it's Superman, but with lightning powers. That's cool.
So he dismantles this whole group of guys, of mercenaries, flies out of the tomb, and that's when all the trucks and the helicopters show up.
Right.
And then when we go into the X-Men Days of Future Past ripoff of the slow motion scene, and they decide to add music to it, and it's the Rolling Stones.
Oh, yeah.
Paint It Black.
Which I do like that song.
I do like that song too, but I'm like, why are you being so obvious?
No, see, Tevis, I don't think you understand. The movie is called Black Adam, and the super person I'm not going to say hero, the super being in question is called Black Adam. You see?
Okay.
Now, bear with me. Now, the song is called Paint It Black. You see, and they say the word black like a whole bunch of times.
Oh,
see? Now
I just got
yeah.
Okay.
See?
Stupid.
Yeah, you know why you're confused, because you're like, man, I feel like we're like way ahead. Yeah, I'm trying to get through this garbage film. Thank you. I am trying real hard to get through this one.
I have a few things I want to hit on though.
Yeah, of course.
So
stop hitting on things no one cares.
he easily dismantles this entire army.
Yes.
Except for one guy who loads a rocket into his little rocket launcher thing, shoots it at him, and he catches it.
Yeah.
But then he looks at it as it's about to explode, Tony Stark style, and sees that it says Eternium on it. And it blows up.
Yeah.
And it hurts him.
Yeah.
Do we ever see that ever again in the entire movie? I don't think so, because he tries to take off.
And he can't.
And he falls.
Yeah.
And is unconscious. And honestly, after watching it this last time, because I'd watched Braveheart recently, when he fell from the sky and landed in the dirt, the only thing I could think of was Hamish, you dropped your rock. So yeah, Black Adam's unconscious, and they pick him up, put him in the van, and take him to their house.
Obviously,
lay him in the bed of their son.
Yeah,
of her son, Laura Croft's son.
Yeah,
but he immediately wakes up and uses his lightning powers and fixes it.
Yeah, sure does.
So
why did he fall unconscious? Why did he not just do that immediately?
Yeah. So apparently it hurts him, but not really.
Yes.
But we never ever see them use that weaponry on him again.
No.
So the point of that was to get him from the tomb to the house.
Which gets him in the city for the superhero fight. That looks like shit.
But that also gets him to befriend the boy.
Oh,
and we can have
Discount Terminator 2.
Discount Terminator 2. Because the kid is, oh my God.
You should work on a cool thing you say when you kill people, and
Hasta la vista, baby. Oh, wait.
Tell him the man in black sent you, or whatever stupid shit. This movie is just this movie is plagiarism. It is legitimate plagiarism. And how no one caught that, or no one cared, or we're all just okay with it, I don't understand, because I'm not okay with it. This movie, that's not an homage, right? This isn't like we're going to do a reference to this thing we love, or, anything like that. This is just blatant theft.
Yeah, and it's done poorly.
And that's the worst thing about it, is not only are you stealing all these other things, you're then just doing such a worse job at it.
Yeah, and so the kid is a friend now to a superhero, and the only thing he can think of is, hey, we got to figure out ways to market you, get you on lunchboxes and T-shirts, and get you a cool catchphrase. I'm like, you're the dumbest little shit.
You spent the whole first part of exposition of this movie talking about freedom and talking about liberating your country and all this bullshit. Now you have the means to do that, and you just stop talking about that. You're like, that's not important. We're gonna make money, right?
Lunch boxes.
Lunch T-shirts, catchphrases.
The money is in lunch boxes.
Specifically, how many people still use a lunchbox?
I don't know.
I don't know
I
either.
don't think so.
Is the lunchbox market still a big thing?
I don't think so.
I don't know. So, okay.
Oh,
oh, God damn it.
One more lame thing
God damn it.
just happened after this moment.
One
more thing, and then we'll move on to what you want to move on to. Next week's episode.
Where's the hat?
So, Black Adam wakes up. He exits the room. He sees the television with the Western. I don't know if it's High Noon or whatever Western that was playing.
Yeah.
And, he.
Oh no, it was God damn it.
Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Good, because they watch the Good, the Bad, or it's on the TV, and he shoots the TV like fucking wizards, right? But then they do that. They do the standoff scene, but that is a reference. It's done like shit, but at least that was a reference.
Well, it was a reference, but I don't understand the need for it because he's in no peril. Black Adam is in no peril.
Right.
This guy unloads a machine gun into him, and then his next thought is, shit, I'm out of machine gun bullets. Let me pull out my pistol. This will matter.
And this has got it.
And then he's surrounded. Black Adam is surrounded in all points by the army, and he's just looking around like, what shit? What should I do? Like this is dumb.
And they do the face close-ups of the standoff and the hand
with the holster.
I'm like, this sucks.
Like,
this
is
sucks.
So stupid. It only works if your hero is in jeopardy. Is in jeopardy. Isn't immortal. Like it's fucking stupid.
Okay, so then let's now jumping back. Fight scene doesn't go their way. The hero's way.
Okay, yes.
And they're talking to the mom and the son. And they decide, okay, we're going to do diplomacy. I'll talk to him. It's fine. Then they catch up to him. And the conversation, I've paraphrased it here. So they approach Black Adam and they say, let's talk. And Black Adam just kind of turns. And he looks at him and they say, good, now that we have your attention, fuck you, come with us. And I'm like, that's not diplomacy! You're just threatening him more! What are we talking about? Or why are you making me sit through this again? But they're like, don't worry, we'll talk to him. Hey, let's talk. Good. Fuck you, you're under arrest. You're coming with us, you piece of shit. We're gonna incarcerate you forever because we're heroes, but we take orders from the bitch that leads the Suicide Squad. I don't know who she is or what pull she has with anybody because I don't watch the DCEU because it sucks. Because I watched Black Adam and this movie sucks. So I don't actually know who she is. I just know she's from the Suicide Squad trailers because those movies suck. And I've seen enough of that garbage. And James Gunn's not going to save it. Sorry to ruin everyone's day. So I don't know how she has this pull. Just be like, oh, I just pull superheroes out of my ass. I'm like, here you go. You're a team now. Go fight this person. Right? And then even at the end, when they're like, you can stay in Kahndaq or, I can pull strings. What strings can she pull to get Superman to do anything? Did she like, hey, you remember that time I saved your mom's life? No! What strings do you have on Superman? You're just like, hey, Superman, thanks for giving me your phone number. It'd be really cool if you could, help us out. That would be great. What strings do you have?
Her and Superman are extremely close.
Dating?
No, just they're friends.
Wait, why is Superman friends with this clearly evil government lady?
Well, because her mother
is named Martha. No, that would make her friends with Batman. Why did you say that name? Martha! Speaking of shit movies,
we're just jumping from shit movie to shit movie.
And they're all in the DCEU.
Absolutely.
Come at me, nerds. What am I talking about? Oh, okay. there are hover bikes powered by Eternium, and that makes them go extra fast. And yet, I'm supposed to believe that someone who is as fast as Superman, which would also mean that he's as fast as the Flash, because we know Superman is as fast as Flash because they've raced like 57 times. So he's that level fast.
We've already seen it because of the slow motion thing at the beginning.
How is there a chase scene?
Because the movie needs one.
Does it?
Well, no, but it thinks it does.
So now these guys, but it's like, oh, they're on their air hover bike things and powered by Eternium, so they go extra fast. Here's the thing. If you are just a human on a device that's going that fast, you've liquefied yourself. The sonic boom from taking off immediately caused you to explode.
Your face is like a parachute behind your head because it's just ripping you through the wind.
Congratulations. You have torn yourself to pieces layer by layer. First, your skin peeled off, then all your muscle and sinew, and then your bones broke apart, and now you're just raining different viscera down on whoever was underneath you. These bikes do not move that fast. I do not care what they're powered by. So I'm supposed to believe that someone who is flash quick has to chase them? But even then, during the chasing, there are moments where they're like, haha, I got away, because he's like behind him, and then he just super speeds and goes up in front of him. He's like, I'm so much faster than you. Now you blinked, and now I'm in front of you, standing here menacingly. And I'm going, why didn't you do that already? Why are you wasting time with this chase bullshit? Just get them.
Yeah, because he's going for the kid, right? They kidnapped the kid.
They kidnapped the kid, and he's in a hover bike. And so now there are 3 hover bikes going 3 different directions. I cannot stress how much that does not matter, because he would have caught them all immediately.
I agree.
And the movie even shows us that he has the capabilities to catch them immediately when they do these dumb little games where he's chasing them, they're flying around this bullshit, he's chasing, and then the guy looks back, he's like, haha, I lost him. Come to find out, Black Adam is now in front of him. I'm like, if you could do that this whole time, why are you playing these weird games? Just catch the guy.
Well, because the kid, the bad guy has to take the kid. He has to get him away. So that's the reason.
This movie sucks.
This movie sucks. That's the reason.
And the 3 guys that plagiarized this script suck. I'm not even going to call them writers, because they're not. This movie is just stolen. It's an amalgamation of stolen things put together like a puzzle, and they didn't know how to put the puzzle together, so they got a pair of scissors, and they cut the pieces into the shapes they needed and forced them to fit. And they nailed it.
Don't we get another Black Adam Hawkman fight after the hover bikes?
Probably. I think we do.
I think
they fight like 57 times. I don't know. I don't care.
Dumb. Like, you're getting your ass kicked, Hawkman. Give it up.
Is he, though? Because he takes these hits, he just shrugs it off. He's like, goddamn Atom Smasher, ruining everything. Because this is a joke, air quote joke that they do throughout. It's like, oh, Atom Smasher sucks. Which is true, because he wears like a potato sack that's painted blue. It's real dumb. He looks dumb. Everyone's dumb. This movie's dumb. It's dumb! It's dumb!
Yeah, Hawkman and Atom Smasher try to have a funny moment when Atom Smasher does something stupid, and Hawkman just gives him a look and is like, you and me, boy. You and me. And he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, geez, boss. Dumb.
Okay, so more nonsense happens. We somehow get more exposition, but we learn that Black Adam is not the original Black Adam. Throughout all the exposition of ancient Kahndaq, we learn that the king who uses the army to seize power, even though he's already the king and already controls the army, and you would assume he already has all the power, so I don't really know what he's seizing because this movie's nonsense drivel. We learn that a boy stands up to the oppression and unites the people. And then he's taken prisoner and he's to be executed. But as they bring the sword down to kill him, he disappears. And that boy becomes Black Adam. And we're led to believe up to this point that it is Dwayne the Black Adam Johnson. I'm glad you laughed at that. But Swerve, it's not. It was Teth Adams' son, who then was unable to save his family. So his father, Dwayne the Black Adam Johnson, is wounded. And he's like, Father, say the word as I say it, and it will save your life. So he's like, okay. So he becomes Black Adam. But then they're like, hey, Black Adam doesn't have his powers, and they just murder him with a bow. And he's like, oh, shit. You would think they could have just Shazammed again and saved his life. How many times can you just Shazam? So, see, this is what they do. They shoot the kid with the arrow. He's like, oh, God, Dad, say the word so I can say the word. And right, so then they say the word. So then regular Black Adam becomes Black Adam again, and he's healed. Then he goes up to the assassin, and he gets him, and he pulls him real close and goes, you should have gone for the head. And then just tore him in half or something cool. Because that would have all, and now if you're sitting there saying, wouldn't that just be stealing from Endgame? Yes, it would have! And no one cares. The movie stole from everything else.
I was thinking that the boy Shazams and saves the dad, gets hit with arrows. The dad Shazams, saves the kid. The dad gets hit with arrows.
They just keep Shazamming.
It's like Captain Underpants. He keeps snapping and then throwing water, snapping and throwing water, snapping and throwing water.
You want to talk about a better superhero movie? Captain Underpants.
Yeah.
Right? But eventually the assassins would run out of arrows.
Yeah, and then they would win.
And then it's done.
Yeah, nobody would die.
So we learned that Black Adam, Dwayne the Black Adam Johnson, is like... he's not a hero because he was never chosen. He got saved by his son, who was the chosen one, but he died. Which just goes to show, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, if you were bestowed God-level powers, do not surrender them for anything. And this is why I'm not a superhero. Although I am one bad day away from just being full Joker, just losing my mind and burning everything down. I'll laugh maniacally while I do it. What am I talking about? Oh, so the hero is gone and we're just left with a rage, vengeance-filled dad, right? And that's Black Adam. And I'm like, no one cares. The swerve is A, unnecessary. B, I will say I didn't see it coming. I didn't believe it outright, but I didn't know that he'd be like the dad, Although, to be fair, when the guy's like, this world has heroes, they're in the graveyard. I didn't know. I thought that was just some other slave working the mines. I didn't know that was the kid's dad, because in all the exposition, they failed to mention these important family relationships.
Well, they had to save it for the swerve.
God. Can we stop swerving?
It's a swerve. It's written by M. Night Shyamalan.
Shibbolimilan. But the swerve in everything is now so expected, like you have to have a swerve. It's not a swerve. If you want your movie to have a swerve, just write a clear, concise story with no swerve. And everyone will be like, there was no swerve. My God, how original and creative.
They swerved me with no swerve.
My God, I was waiting for the big reveal. There was no reveal. Where was the reveal?
Yeah, I think that's might have been the reason in Night Shyamalan's movies it kind of fell down, because everybody expected
the swerve,
the big surprise, and I think he tried too hard to make some of those surprises work, and they didn't.
Yeah, but let's be fair. His overall film quality has dipped just as hard as his swerve quality.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. But every movie that I've seen of his lately is better than this.
That's a low bar. That's a real low bar. The bar's getting real low.
38%.
So, through some just conversation and just nonsense, Black Adam decides, I will give up my power and I will let myself be arrested. It's fine. So he says Shazam, he gives up the power. They arrest him. They take him to some underwater holding facility, presumably full of other super people, and they keep him in suspended animation. Why?
So he can't say Shazam again.
You know what would also prevent him from saying Shazam? They just shot him in the head.
But the Justice Society doesn't kill people. They just hold them prisoner until they die.
Yeah, but would they even die? They're in suspended animation.
I don't know.
So would they even die? They have an Indiana Jones Raiders of the Lost Ark like warehouse of artifacts, except they're not artifacts. Presumably they're super beings.
Right.
In suspended animation. If these people are such a threat, you have to keep them in suspended animation. Just kill them!
But that would go against everything that Hawkman talked about through the entirety of this movie.
Well, that would have required me to listen to anything Hawkman talks about throughout the entirety of this movie, which I didn't.
Because he says, heroes don't kill people.
Jerk off, jerk off, jerk off.
And Black Adam says, well, I do. So there's the big confrontation right there.
Also, who in the hell are the Justice Society? We're not the Justice League. We're the Justice Society. Huh? Are you like the Junior League? Like, are you the minor team affiliate of?
Yeah, that's the ones you get at the Dollar Tree.
You don't need the Justice League. You have the Justice League at home. And the Justice League at home is the Justice Society of douchebags and rejects. And Dr. Fate.
They're like the GoBots of the Transformer world.
I'm going to pretend like I know what that means.
You don't remember GoBot? You're probably too young.
I was never a Transformers fan.
I was never a Transformers fan either. I like the knockoff, which was GoBots.
Oh, okay. So GoBots is a knockoff.
Yeah,
got it.
They're a knockoff.
Nailed it.
They're the they're the Kmart version of Transformers.
They're the street sharks of the Ninja Turtles world. Got it.
Exactly.
See, speak in what her. Let me get the paddles. Let me get the paddles. This movie's making me. Remember how in Fast and the Furious we talked about how this movie is so bad it caused a cascade of strokes? This is cascade of strokes level bad. This movie either makes me stroke out or it makes me go full George Costanza. So he's in suspended animation. I don't know why. Then Dr. Fate's like, I'm going to fight this demon lord. Also, there's a demon lord. I could explain why there's a demon lord, but it doesn't matter. My God, it doesn't matter. So then Dr. Fate, using his magic, is like, hey, wake the fuck up. And I'm going to unlock your thing. And you need to wake up because we need you to be Black Adam and kill the demon man. And
I need you to fight this PlayStation 4 level graphics of a villain.
PS4.
I'm giving it the benefit. I mean, it's early 4. Like the PlayStation 3 is still got games coming out.
Like a launch title.
Yeah. Yes.
So Black Adam gets out and guards are going, holy shit, that guy's escaping, and they proceed to shoot him. And I'm like, why did you do that at the start?
But how does he, because he's just a guy now, right?
Yes, but he takes bullets like a madman.
And he takes on
this
army.
People in the air, and I'm like, you're just a dude.
Yeah, he's just kicking people's ass left and right.
And he's using fighting techniques that I don't know why he as a man or a character would know. Because he doesn't use these techniques as Black Adam. Because as Black Adam, he didn't need fighting techniques. He just needed, I have unfathomable power, and now I will make you explode. But no, now he's like, oh, dodge, block. I'm going to flip your leg up in the air, and then I'm going to grab this gun. I'm going to, like Captain America, throw it at that guy. Then I'm going to run. I'm going to get shot 6 times. But they're just bullets, and I'm just a regular man. But fuck bullets, they don't matter. Ha, ha, ha. And I'm like, just take the dick out of your mouth and say Shazam, you tool.
I was wondering for the longest time, I'm like, you're fighting all these guys. Just let them corral you for a minute. Pull that thing out of your mouth and say the words, and then it doesn't matter.
And then you're fine.
But you still got this thing down your throat, and you're just leaving it there.
It's like, it's fine.
Even when he's in the water and he's goes back up
Yeah.
and is drowning. I'm like, just pull the thing
Now,
out of your mouth.
question. I don't know how the word of power works. All right. You say Shazam, you get the power. You say Shazam, and you turn the power off. But do you actually have to be able to fully and clearly articulate the word Shazam? Like, could he have just said it under the Shazam, right? And then it work? Or does or are the Shazam gods going, ooh, I didn't quite get all. Is it the Necronomicon?
It's-
Right? Is he just like Clactu Verata right? And it's like, oh shit, that didn't count, right?
Yeah.
I didn't catch every letter in that word, so fuck you. How does this work?
Yeah, it's like Wheel of Fortune. If you don't pronounce the word correctly, then you don't win the prize.
So wait, if he had the thing in his mouth and he's in the water, or even if he just gets the thing out but he's underwater, but he says Shazam under the water, it's like Pat Sajak is gonna be like, ooh, we're gonna have to go to the judges. Right, and there's just like three people sitting at a table with like a dictionary, and they're like, no, we can't give it to him.
That council of wizards are standing in the circle. They're like, oh,
I don't know.
Man, I don't think so.
Did he say Shazam?
I didn't quite hear the entire Z.
His Z sounded more like an S.
Yeah.
Shazam.
Yeah.
Not Shazam. Shazam. And I'm like, what the? How does this work?
Yeah.
Why do I care? Oh, wait. I don't. I don't care. I don't care. Care. I just don't. I want to go home. I don't care.
Well, we're getting ready to go to the fight. The big fight. The demon guy fights with, and then calls upon this army of the dead.
Yeah, it's a bunch of zombies, and then all these people are like, hey, we were too afraid to fight mercenaries. Fuck it, let's grab trash off the street and fight literal demons. Yeah.
Well, the kid gives this amazing
and he does that stupid
speech.
Diamond Dallas Page hand gesture over his head. Bang!
He gets up in front of all these people and he's like, throws up that sign and he says, really quietly, because you can't really hear him even in the movie, so I'm sure the crowd didn't hear a damn thing he said.
His voice is also really high pitched because his balls have not dropped.
But he's like, come on, guys, let's do this. And then the town's like, oh, hell yeah, that's a hell of a speech. And then you have that stupid ass slow motion shot of him on the skateboard with the army of fucking nobodies behind him, getting ready to come and fight the army of the dead. Like, this is, and he has that stupid cape on, the fucking little kid, and he's all like grinning. Hey, look what I did. Like, oh, fuck off.
I would have forgiven everything this movie did. It said it was the greatest superhero movie of all time if he rode into battle and got immediately killed by a monster. I would have forgiven everything if he had just died immediately.
And that's the other thing that I was thinking about when I was watching this. At no point at any moment of not just this fight, but throughout the entire movie, did any of the characters feel like they were in peril.
No.
And they're fighting this army of the dead. And what's his name? Karim, the electrician, her brother,
Laura
Croft's brother, is joking the entire time.
Because he's like, it's okay. I die by electricity. So, now to be fair, I actually appreciated that. But then I went, wait, isn't this the entire plot of Big Fish? I know how I'm going to die, so I'm just going to do whatever because it won't matter. Like, I know I'll survive.
Put that on the ripoff board.
Oh, fucking Big Fish ripoff. Damn it. Ewan McGregor kills it, Big Fish, by the way. Fantastic movie.
That's Tim Burton, I think. I don't want to watch it.
You get that? But Ewan McGregor is so good.
I would probably watch it just for him.
I think you would be surprised because if it is Tim Burton, which now that I think of it, it has Helena Bonham Carter and Danny DeVito in it, so it is probably Tim Burton. if it has old Helen in it, it's Tim Burton.
Shit, yeah, he's the only reason she has a career.
Helena.
Bonham Carter, sure.
The old HBC. What am I talking? Oh,
a fight.
Okay. I want to talk about a
amazing
joke that actually like hit with me and it made me chuckle.
Okay.
The demons come and they're like, we got to fight. Dr. Fate has been having all these premonitions of Hawkman dying in this fight. And he and Hawkman are talking, and he flat out tells him, I saw a future. We win, but you die. And Hawkman's like, oh shit, is that it? I don't care. Death is whatever. It don't bother me. But before we get to that point, he's like, Dr. Fate's like, okay, I had a vision. We will win, but we're going to lose someone. And the guy's like, you? Me? Oh, it's Atom Smasher, isn't it? It's Atom Smasher. Atom Smasher. And that made me laugh, actually, when he thinks so poorly of Adam. He's like, of course, wait, someone's going to die. It's that moron. Wait. Because he's worried. He's like, wait, Atom Smasher. And I'm like, wait, you almost hope it's Atom Smasher, don't you? Now, they go into a fight with the demon. Dr. Fate dies. I don't really know why. I don't really know what Dr. Fate's powers are.
They don't.
Or why he didn't just leave.
They don't explain any of it.
And then
a movie full of exposition doesn't explain that.
Yeah, all the stuff we would like explained, it doesn't explain. But then Black Adam shows up and learns to control his power and kills the demon and
rips him in half like a paper towel.
He really does. Grabs him by his horns and then just tears him in half vertically.
And that was it. That was it. That was the fight.
Oh, and then I left here. So, the mercenaries are thrown out of Kahndaq. The demon lord is thrown out of Kahndaq. The throne of Kahndaq is smashed to the ground, and Black Adam says, "We don't need a king." And the people are like, "Yeah, our savior," and they're like, "You could lead these people," and he's like, "Yeah, I'm not going to do that, thanks." So the movie ends with this country in civil and political upheaval, which I believe historically only ends poorly.
Oh, yeah. So it ends like this movie.
So there's a massive power vacuum within the core leadership and government of this nation.
No, I think the way that the 10-year-old boy rallied the people to fight the undead, I think all he has to do is say, I'll do it. And they'll and throw up the DDP.
He's going to throw up the DDP sign and then get elected president?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? That works for me.
Yeah. And Laura Croft will be his vice president.
Mommy dearest.
Yes.
So then, what's her face is like, okay, you don't want to stay in my prison? Fine. She gets real butthurt about him escaping her prison. She was very proud of that prison. She's like, you don't want to stay in my prison? That's fine. You're in Kahndaq now. Kahndaq is your prison. Stay in Kahndaq, and we won't have a problem. He's like, fuck you. I do what I want. You can't stop me. She's like, I know people. I can call in favors. And he said, well, go ahead. Then smash cut, Superman shows up, and he's like, hey, let's talk. And then Black Adam smirks because this whole movie, he's like, I don't talk or negotiate. I just murder. And that's, I guess, that. Am I wrong? That's where the movie ends.
That's where the movie ends.
You know what? Actually, I think this, I didn't think about it until now. But as I think about it, I think it works. This movie suffers from many of the same problems as the Tom Cruise Mummy movie.
Okay.
It's focusing too hard on setting up other projects than it is solidifying itself as something good that people want to see, and then something so good that they would want to see more of, right? Do we need the Justice Society? No, that's wasted time. No one cares. Get rid of them. Did we need Russell Crowe, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde? and whatever that weird organization was that keeps track of the old Universal movie monsters. No, you're taking away from the movie. You know why that shit worked in Marvel? Because they did it in post-credit scenes. They didn't take away time from the film and the concise plot they were trying to tell in the early stages, right? With that shit. They just hinted at it in post-credit scenes. They didn't waste their own movie time doing it.
Yeah, and they did it over the course of years.
10 years from Iron Man to Endgame. 10 years, and everyone's like, I'm going to do it in one movie. It's going to be great.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And it's like, no, that's not how this works,
The
guys.
DCEU is like, we have to catch up. We have 10 years. We have to catch up. Let's do it in one movie.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's why we don't know anything about Dr. Fate. That's why we don't know anything about Hawkman's powers. Like, when you watch Endgame, we don't have to explain about Tony Stark and Iron Man and what he can do and he can't do, because we've seen it.
Well, presumably, but there were all those people who were like, this movie sucks because I don't know what's going on or who any of these people are. And then the argument is like, yeah, but you've jumped into the end chapter of a book and you didn't read any of the rest of the book, right? And I still feel that's true from a movie perspective. If you go in cold, you're not going to know what's going on.
No,
but Endgame is not a movie you are meant to go in cold to.
No, not at all.
There are 10 years worth of movies to get you acquainted with these characters, their relationships, and how this shit works, right? We don't have that with the DCEU, or particularly Black Adam. And Black Adam was so bad, and The Rock is so bad at everything, that it killed the DCEU.
Good.
And no one will miss it.
I won't. No. Not at all.
But it's like they were trying so hard to set up all these other things. It's like, no, just you're making a Black Adam movie. Make a Black Adam movie. You're trying to do too much too soon, and it's gonna explode. It doesn't work.
And I don't know. Maybe they should have introduced Black Adam in Shazam 2 and then maybe had him have his own movie.
Yeah, but The Rock refused to do a Shazam. Even though Black Adam is a Shazam enemy, he refused to do a Shazam movie because he went, no, I'm The Rock and I want to fight Superman, which makes even less sense now that we know that he can't lose a fight. You're the villain of a Superman movie. What are you doing?
Yeah, and I honestly don't think he would have allowed him to be the villain of a Superman movie. He would have somehow spun it around to where Superman would have been the villain.
But can I explain why that idea, while probably true, is destined to fail in this current iteration? A, The Rock sucks. B, Black Adam sucks. C, people like Superman. He's good for the sake of good. He's the ultimate good guy. In no possibility, like, yeah, evil Superman, or like, you can't believe like this Superman would be evil, right? It's quintessential Superman. It's not like Injustice Superman or Bizarro Superman or some caveat where it's Superman but he's evil. No, this is just Supes, right? Here is Superman. He can't be evil. That's not how Superman works. So the idea of now trying to force him to be evil or trying to write it or turn it in such a way where he could be perceived as the bad guy, that doesn't work. People like Superman. People also like Henry Cavill.
For good reason.
And no one's going to be like, wait, Henry Cavill Superman, who's probably the only good thing about the DCEU.
I agree.
And now I'm supposed to root against him? No, I'm not going to do that. That's dumb. This was never going to work this way.
No, I agree. And it didn't work.
And now we know that the three strongest beings in the universe are Superman, Black Adam, and Hawkman.
Man, Hawkman just takes a licking And
his weird
keeps on
rope,
ticking.
his robot wings can withstand god lightning and like all kinds of shit. Like, wait, does Hawkman have robot wings or does he have hawk wings?
Sure.
Like, I don't.
They don't explain it.
I don't know who this guy is or why he can take a Superman punch from a Superman person. I don't understand.
But Atom Smasher can take a Superman punch.
Yeah, but again, I'm almost positive he shouldn't.
No, I agree.
Actually, okay, so I was watching an animated Marvel film, and it was an Avengers movie, and the Hulk was the bad guy. And they're like, we're here to stop you, Hulk. And Hulk smash, right? Hulk's not much for conversation either, but at least he's a giant rage monster, not a douche, right? Huge character difference there. Ant-Man goes, don't worry, I got him. Goes giant and goes to catch Hulk and catch him. To which Hulk jumps in the air, throws a right hook, and blows Ant-Man's knee completely out. And Ant-Man just hits the ground, screaming, clutching his shattered knee. And I went, boom, that's what would have happened. And I'm going to take a little nap for 15 seconds. No, Black Adam would have hit that guy, and he would have gone, oh, my entire jaw is gone. Right? Just because you're giant doesn't mean that you're just all of a sudden not going to just be able to withstand this level of power.
Yeah, there should have been pieces of him rolling around in that suit, like broken pieces.
The suit would have shattered.
Well, not the suit. That's the original.
Vintage.
That is vintage.
Surprise! Henry Winkler would have been pissed. Right? But but in this anime movie, I really like it because you've got giant, Ant-Man and it's Hulk, arguably one of the physically strongest beings in the Marvel universe, in any of them. It's the fucking Hulk, right? Who leaps into the air, throws a right hook, and just explodes giant Ant-Man's entire knee. And he hits the ground screaming. And I went, yep, there it is.
I like that.
That works because, yeah. No, fucking Atom Smasher's fine. Hawkman is fine. I don't know why. I don't understand. Can I stop talking about this movie?
They needed him for the sequel that's never going to happen.
And the only reason the sequel isn't going to happen is because this movie was that bad. This movie was 38% bad. This movie was 0% bad. 6.2 IMDb? Get your heads out of your asses. 6.2 is way too high. Final thoughts, Tevis. I'm there. Are you there?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
So, what are your thoughts and opinions on Black Adam, sir? Is it worth the ticket price?
There are moments in this movie that I liked. The first introduction we get of Black Adam, I thought was cool. The intro with the music, the big booming instrumental, I thought was really cool. Dr. Fate, I thought was kind of cool.
Where's the Dr. Fate movie? I don't give a shit about any of the rest of it. I want Pierce Brosnan, Dr. Fate. I'd watch that.
I agree. Pierce Brosnan is by far the best part of this movie. Other than those three things, that's it. There's no chemistry between anybody.
Mm-mm.
None of the characters are really likable. The kid's annoying. The mom is annoying. The brother, the Karim, his jokes are terrible. The twist is stupid with their friend who's bad guy, who obviously was the bad guy in the cave when they try to get that stupid Lord of the Rings crown. And then he turns into the flaming Diablo monster from PlayStation 3. That was stupid.
The PlayStation just keeps getting older quality the more we talk about it. There I was, PS1 in hand, Final Fantasy 7 in one hand, Black Adam in the other.
They try to build up this grand battle between the townsfolk and the Army of the Dead, and it's just lame as shit. And then Black Adam kills Diablo, and the Army of the Dead just crumble, and the people celebrate like they've done something. They really didn't. This movie, man, I swear, I'm getting brain damage talking about this movie. The character himself of Black Adam is so overpowered that it doesn't matter what he does. It doesn't matter what anybody else does. There's no sense of peril. So your hero has to have some sort of weakness for us to give a shit about him.
Wait, can I say something?
Yeah.
They gave him a weakness, and then they introduced it almost to say, look, this is his kryptonite. And then they never used it.
But then he
so
fixes
it didn't matter
right away.
It
so
didn't
yeah,
matter.
It doesn't matter. Like, what are you doing? You can't have this all powerful. Anyway, I don't want to go on another rant about this movie.
Well, I do.
Avoid this. I don't care if you have Max. I don't care if you have Netflix and it pops up on there. Avoid it. You will hate yourself for watching it. The other good part about it was Henry Cavill returning as Superman for 3 seconds.
What a waste.
What a waste.
See, though, it's such a waste. I wouldn't even say that's a good thing. It's such a waste. It's a bad thing because you're just going, really? This is what he came back for? This is what you guys did? You got him to come back. You got him to put the cape on, and this is what you fucking did?
It was nice to see him in the suit again. I almost wish there would be a sequel just to see him back as Superman.
Mm-hmm.
But don't fight Black Adam. Fuck Black Adam. This movie is not worth the ticket price. I paid it twice. I
forgot that.
Hate myself.
Oh, yeah. Now. We're going to take the pen out of that. You paid the ticket price for this movie twice.
Yes, I did.
Was it worth it?
No, it was not. The best part about the entire experience was I bought popcorn.
You got movie theater popcorn.
I got movie theater popcorn. So no matter how bad the movie is, I always go back to, you know what? That movie was shit, but this popcorn was delicious. And the best part is when I go to a movie with my kid, she doesn't always eat all of her popcorn, so I get hers too. I walked out of there sad, tears streaming down my face, and popcorn butter running down my chin.
Just in your beard.
Just amazing. What are your final thoughts, sir?
Oh, I got them. Final thoughts? I got them. But my doctor tells me I have to watch my blood pressure, so I'm going to try to keep this controlled and succinct. I'm not going to freak out. So, this is a bad movie. And it's got... God damn it, how do I say this? It does the number one cardinal sin of any piece of entertainment. It's that it's so bad. It's that it's so boring that you don't care. And it makes you apathetic. I don't hate this movie. Because to hate this movie would be to commit more energy and more emotion than this movie is worth. This movie is so bad, it's not worth hating. That being said, I hate this movie, but not like, oh, this fucking movie, right? It's not Gremlins. We all knew it was coming. It's just like, man, I don't care. I don't care about this movie. I don't care about the characters. And I never want anything to come of this because it's that bad. It's not worth it. It doesn't deserve it. This movie does not deserve your time. It doesn't deserve your money. It's not worth the ticket price. It's not worth the film it was used to make it. Granted, I know they don't use film anymore, but you get my point. And Man, this is bad. I was going somewhere, and then I thought more about this movie, and I lost. Oh, real talk, for real. Someone needs to look at this movie and its writers and seriously, like, talk to someone in their legal department about the blatant plagiarism. This movie is not a script. It's a bunch of stolen pieces of other scripts. And it's so obvious and poorly done. I don't know how any of this got greenlit. I don't know how this is okay that we can just blatantly steal shit from other movies. This is ridiculous. So, you know what? I was like, man, I don't know these names. And you know what? I don't care. Because they're not writers. You're thieves. You know you're thieves. And you can go to hell. Just like this movie and everyone involved.
It was written by AI.
You know, it probably would have been better. And as a writer, I don't support AI. But I also don't support, no talent thieves. So, if I have to choose between AI or plagiarism, I guess I'm going AI. Woo! And you know what? I feel my heart rate going up. I can feel it rising as we're sitting here talking. So I'm going to just end it there. This movie is not worth the ticket price. Moving on to other things. Getting my heart rate down. That blood pressure is coming up, and I really need it to not. All right, and now this is the part of our show where we get a hat, the Fable
not
hat.
Just a hat.
Not just any hat, the hat. The single most important hat in all of podcasting. Where is it?
I thought you had it.
I don't know where we put it.
This important thing.
It's in that government vault next to the Ark of the Covenant and all that other shit.
It's right next to Black Adam.
No, he broke out.
That's
or
true.
something.
Something happened.
Something. Just kill him. All right.
Just
okay.
kill that movie.
Do you want to pull or you want me to pull?
I'll pull this one.
All right.
Okay.
Tevis is pulling. He's pulling. He's rummaging around like he's looking for a shiv in the old prison wallet.
I was just
He's
about to
gonna rummage around. I can hear you just rummaging around in there. Oh.
Okay. Oh, this is interesting. Okay.
Good interesting or bad interesting?
I think it's going to be good interesting.
Prison wallet interesting?
It's better than prison wallet interesting.
I like a good prison wallet.
It's got Matt Damon.
Okay.
Christian Bale.
Okay.
It's a racing movie.
God damn it. Wait, they didn't do a Fast and the Furious, did they? I swear to God. If they're also in a Fast and the Furious movie.
They are Jason Bourne and Bruce Wayne, and they duel it out racing.
I would probably watch that.
Watch that too. No, it's Ford versus Ferrari.
What?
Ford versus Ferrari.
Thank you for that just amazing sound effect.
And the visual with the little
with the hand motion of
like
the
a car.
Good, we get to talk about racing cars.
Yeah.
The race cars.
It's race cars. It's a race car movie.
Man, this vaguely sounds familiar, but I'm actually having a really hard time placing it. But all right, everyone. Looks like we will be talking about Ford versus Ferrari in our next episode.
Fantastic.
And I'll talk about anything that isn't Dwayne the Black Adam Johnson at this point. I just don't want to talk about this movie
Ever
again.
Ever again.
Or Dwayne Johnson ever again. I'm good.
Right. I'm all right with that too.
All right, everyone. As always, we want to tell you, be good out there. I'm Jake. That's Tevis. We're Ticket Price. And remember, if someone asks what we should call you, maybe give an answer and don't just mindlessly shatter furniture. Good night. Stupid.